Finding a job in Sweden is tougher than you think. It can take years, sometimes up to 5 years, before you finally get one. And here's what nobody tells you when you start your job search. You will fail. Not once, not maybe, but over and over again. You'll struggle to get an interview. And even when you do, chances are the recruiter will still move on with someone else. At some point, you'll feel frustrated, wondering if you'll ever find a job here. The good news is you can if you master one skill. In this video, I'll show you what that skill is, how it helped me survive those painful months of looking for a job in Sweden, and how you can use it to your advantage. If you're new here, I'm Eli, a non-EU immigrant who's been living in Sweden for close to a decade. When I first arrived, I went from unemployed, frustrated, and missing home, to building a career, buying a home, and thriving here. Now I share the lessons I've learned so you can adapt, find work, and thrive in Sweden too. All right, let's get into it. When I first moved to Sweden, I thought finding a job here would be easy. Why wouldn't it be? Back home, I'd built an interesting career in marketing. I'd worked in banking and high-end retail, in industries where competition was tough, and I thrived, so I thought, no problem. All I had to do was update my CV, write a cover letter, and start applying. After all, hundreds of new jobs are posted on LinkedIn every single day. How hard can it be? Well, that's when reality hit me. I sent in applications full of confidence, but what came back was rejection after rejection. Sometimes not even a rejection, just cold silence. No reply, nothing. Even after following up, I was completely ignored, and I couldn't understand it. Why? Why wouldn't I get a job with all the experience I had? Month after month went by, and suddenly I realized I'd been searching for a year, 12 months of trying, and that's when the doubt crept in. I started questioning myself. What have I done? Why did I leave my job back home and move into a new country? Was this all a huge mistake? The stress built up until it broke me. One day my heart was racing so fast I ended up in the emergency room. That's when I knew something had to change. When I came back home from the hospital, I decided I couldn't keep going like this. I needed to approach my job search differently. And that's when I leaned on a skill that has carried me through tough times my whole life. A skill that helped me survive those 12 painful months and eventually helped me land a job in Sweden. That skill is resilience. In case you don't know what that is, resilience is your ability to adapt when life throws misfortunes and setbacks at you. And the good part is, none of us are born with it. It involves behaviors, thoughts, and actions that can be learned and developed in everyone. So the big question is this: how can you actually use resilience to your advantage while going through the tough journey of finding a job in Sweden? The first way to use resilience to your advantage is by accepting the change. You need to accept that finding a job in Sweden is hard. You're competing with people from all over the world, and that means it may take longer than you expect. And that's okay. If you're an immigrant like me, it's even tougher. Moving to a new country basically means starting life all over again. You're learning a new language, adapting to a new culture, gaining new experience, maybe studying or learning a technical skill. It's a lot, and it takes time. Research shows that it takes nearly half of skilled immigrants in Sweden about 5 years to get employed, and even longer if you have less education. So once you accept that the process is difficult but not impossible, it becomes easier to breathe. 2. Focus on what you can control. The next way to use resilience to your advantage is to understand this simple truth. There are things you can control and things you simply can't. When exactly you'll get a job in Sweden is out of your hands. You can't control the date, the month, or the timing. You can't control the mood a recruiter is in when they evaluate your application. You can't control the unconscious biases of a recruiter. Those things are completely outside your power. But here's what you can control: showing up even when rejection emails keep coming in. You can control being intentional with your applications, applying only to jobs that truly match your skills. You can control improving your CV after every failed interview, paying attention to where you stumbled and fixing it next time. The real question isn't if you'll fail, because you will. The question is, how will you respond when failure happens? That's where resilience comes in. 3. Let go of the anger. Looking for a job in Sweden can make you angry and frustrated. I've been there too. And while those feelings are normal, they don't help you move forward. One thing I've learned is that anger often comes from the expectation that we should always be treated fairly. But unfortunately, the world isn't always fair. You'll be ignored, you'll be overlooked. And that's not on you. You can't control other people's actions, but you can control how you respond. For me, that meant learning to be critical of myself, but not judgmental. Let me explain. Being critical means asking, was there a question I could have answered better in that interview? Is there something on my CV I should make clearer? These questions help you improve steadily. Being judgmental, on the other hand, sounds like, I'll never get a job in Sweden. I'm not good enough. I don't belong here. That kind of thinking only destroys your self-esteem, so stop beating yourself up. The world already does enough of that for you. 4. Stay hopeful. The last way to make resilience work for you is to stay hopeful. Honestly, it's the only way you'll survive the ups and downs of the Swedish job search. Life gets messy, but it's our ability to keep moving through that mess that makes us human. And when it comes to finding a job in Sweden, hope is what keeps you going. Because it's not a matter of if you'll get a job, it's a matter of when. That day will come. The day you open an email that says, "Welcome to the team," the day you sign that contract, it will feel amazing. But it only happens if you accept the situation, focus on what you can control, let go of the anger, and keep hope alive. I'll leave you with one of my favorite quotes of all time. It says, "My heart is at ease knowing that what's meant for me will never miss me, and what misses me was never meant for me." That job you didn't get, it wasn't yours. But the job that's meant for you, you will get it. If this video helped you, don't forget to like and subscribe for more tips on finding a job and adapting to life in Sweden. And if you want to learn how to update your CV the Swedish way, check out the video that just popped up on your screen. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you there.